see what time it is now. 7 o'clock. So I think what she's doing is she's just showing up and, she tried to get me to tell her, this redheaded woman, to tell her. I mean, that was the first thing that tipped me off. This is the first time I said, hi, how are you? Is that your son? Yeah. What school does he go to? How old is he? What's his name? When's his birthday? You know. Are you taking notes or something, lady? What the hell's your problem, you know? I don't even fucking know you. What the shit, you know? So it's all these games to get me and Jake to say who we are and what our name is and how old we are and our birth dates, which is stuff that people are asked that when they're in a hearing. This is all justified because I'm supposed to be a defective human being. Oh, that's okay. You can do this to her. She's crazy. We have to use all means available and necessary to prove our case in order to protect the child, including slandering the child, maliciously accusing him of being a juvenile delinquent, turning tricks and doing drugs, and terrorizing him by trying to beat in his door, humiliating his mother and over again, and terrorizing her too, taking away his financial resources and hers. This is all in the child's best interest, in the interest of the state, to do this to American citizens, yes. I don't think so, asshole. I think you just don't want to fucking work for a living, because I worked in the school system here for 5 fucking years, and all these kids who need that type of attention are just completely neglected by the system. It's got to be the Ivy League educated mom, single parent mom with the honor roll student that this, you know, the ones we need to focus our attention on, right? I think that guy's a doctor. I just got out of that gray car that parked next to me. I've come across stories that are all over this country about parents being terrorized like this on the internet. That, you know, it happens all over the country. And all the legal loopholes and stuff that make it possible for this type of assassination to go on. And it is assassination. It's defamation, assassination, extortion, embezzlement. It's all those things. Racketeering in a corrupt organization just happens to be the government. Okay. You know, really. Imagine being able to just follow somebody around and claim to be supervising, show up at my place of employment without any contact with me, and have my coworker go outside and give you consent to monitor without them notifying me. And that's what they're lying about. They're saying that they're notifying me, but they're going outside to meet the cop to do it. Well, I'm on the job working. Caroline left yesterday. I had a lot of customers. And I was supposed to. That's my job. I didn't know anybody was outside. I was supposed to do. Madeline did the same thing. And you know, every place I went, and even when I was subbing the games when I first got there, so the cop is trying to say that he or she has notified me when in fact the cop is doing this, or whoever the investigator is has never notified me ever or gotten any consent from me to monitor me or take. And in fact has hidden himself or herself from me, so I don't know who they are. And even if they stood in front of me, like that car that was idling in our parking lot, it's the same car that I saw the other day. 2 or 3 times I've seen it parked in front of the car wash. And just when I got to that intersection of Preston Avenue and Captain Shreve Drive, then it would immediately back out and pull out of the parking lot. I didn't know who was in it, didn't see anybody get into it, and I didn't even turn into the Shell Station parking lot, right? Completely fabricated case. Unbelievable. Unbelievable to do this to people in this country. Absolute tragedy. A miscarriage of justice. It's that blatant. And how hard would that be to follow somebody around? Now that, yeah, that helicopter's really high in the sky now. So it's just inching up, and I think it will eventually fly away. It started out just below the top of that tree, and it slowly ascended into the air over the last hour. And so that's what the cop is going to try to argue. Oh, yeah, she knew. I notified her every place, every day she went to work. I informed her. She knew. No, you didn't. You just followed me to where I was going without my permission or knowledge that you were there, and falsified delivery of a search warrant. And I'm guessing the only thing that the cop can be saying is that it was announced to me in my presence. No, it's never been announced to me. And that consent was given. No, it wasn't. You notify my coworkers, you contact them by phone, you contact people I don't know and have never had anything to do with, and tell them. But you never told me, and you've never announced anything to me or informed me. And I don't even know your name. Asshole. And that's because you're scared of me. You'd rather use a disabled woman on psychiatric disability with a vagrant in tow. Both of them look suspiciously like they're committing fraud. People like that, teenage children at the library, students in my classes sitting there taking notes from children when I'm the only adult in the classroom. And if I was doing anything wrong, there were police officers on every campus. So the reason was because, why? You believe that children are able to interpret the motives and behaviors of their school teacher, particularly the ones who have long histories of abusive and disruptive behavior in school. They're your favorites, aren't they? You can jerk them around all day long. If it blows up in your face, you can just say it was because they were already bad kids. Yay for you.